Hi seniors, forgive me if this is boring. This is your distance lesson for Wednesday or Thursday if you're A period. Today I just want you to really move ahead because we can't afford to fall too far behind. We'll discuss some of these poems when I come back, but I want you to try to pick apart the poems on your own during this class. So you're going to look at Funeral 1, you're also going to look at Nothing Twice, and skip Museum, we've already done it, and go to Poetry Reading. Three really important poems. I think that the first poem, Funeral, you're going to see uses a different technique. It's doing something with poetry that we haven't seen so far in the other Szymborska or in Dickinson or Whitman. But I also want you to think a little bit about heteroglossia and what we talked about with Rushdie. Then you're going to look at Nothing Twice, a poem that I think you'll have to be careful with, a poem that I think you'll have to think about ambiguity, think about switches in tone, think about seeing things from two sides, and then Poetry Reading, where obviously you're dealing with metafiction, illusion, some things that you might have to even do a little bit of research here and there for, but really writing about writing and about the value of writing, which is again something that you're really looking for all the time. Gets back to some of that stuff we've seen in Rushdie and Ondaatje, and I think maybe in Szymborska even more echoes of Ondaatje. In general, be looking for the delicacy in her poems, the philosophical nature of her poems, also looking for that sense of irony and ambiguity, but the idea also that life is fragile, but that perhaps in that fragility that's where the beauty comes from. First part of the lesson, get into groups of three. You read the three poems, then discuss the poems in a small group, and then I'd like you to write some of your reflections based on the questions that are on the portal. I'd like you to write those in the forum. Then you're going to work on reading an article about Szymborska. Split the class in two. Half the class reads the article on Szymborska Naturalist, half the class reads the article on Szymborska Importance and Unimportance, and next class you're going to do a protocol with those two articles. Okay, great.